me, and Joe's like, "Can't you see that it's terrible?" Like,
so for some games it really bothers me, but like, do I need to press the menu button more efficiently? Right?
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
All right.
For
Hey,
games
everybody.
with 30
Switch again.
FPS is fine.
We
So
are
hello,
now
friends.
going to recruit all of the characters in one day. We have an epic marathon today, and then
We're
next
just
week
gonna
we'll
go
finish
door to
this thing.
door
We are.
and ask them if they've heard about their Lord and Savior.
So,
Yep.
before we get going with our big character marathon, I have one spoiler for us. I did recruit one person off camera, and that is Gao on the Velt joins with 0 events. If you are on the Velt with 3 characters only, he will join you.
Oh, yeah.
I just
He's
plumb
just like,
forgot.
"Oh, hey."
It's exactly the same dialogue as if you catch him off of the Velt any other time.
Which
But-
is riveting, right? Because it's ooh-ah-ooh.
Yeah, it's ooh Gao, me join you, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, I've done nothing except level a ton and do some Coliseum stuff behind the scenes. We have a little bit more of that to do as part of recruiting this character in this cave, which we'll get to.
Oh, I gotta turn up the game sound.
Maybe too.
Sounds quiet.
I have it turned way down on my end today. I turned it up a little bit.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah, it's not like it's a music stream.
I love the new dun da 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 counter melody here.
Uh-oh. I like when we get a shit posting warning.
Yeah.
Soon it will be.
I will. Everybody, please send some good vibes Annie's way. I invited her to guest on the stream today, and she had to very politely turn me down. She is opening at the Met tonight.
Oh, jeez.
Oh. That's not as good as this.
Why are
but
our
that's all
friends
right.
all so freaking
Rick is
talented?
good at it. We understand.
P.S. If y'all haven't heard the new Disco Cactus album, holy
Yeah.
fuck. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm swearing like really early into
We
the
have
broadcast.
too many good friends.
The Disco Cactus album is wild. Like,
I'm so excited. I have not yet gotten to it.
I know
Oh my gosh, Julianne.
the whole band,
Get the-
and I knew it was going to be good, but even by the standards of what they are capable of, it's fucking excellent.
It's so good. Yeah, we were watching. Well, Karen and Ryan and I saw us all in the live stream where they did like the listening party to the album. It was really fun.
Yeah.
It was fun to like see all our friends too that are like here in the stream and stuff, and like we were all talking to each other and making jokes. And
Yeah, whatever. I missed it, but I was on a plane. I
the
would've
one that
gone.
cracked me up the most the whole stream, they were telling a story. So the last track of the album was kind of like a bonus stretch goal, and it was Last Surprise from Persona 5, which they had a live version of on their YouTube, which is one of my favorite things they've ever done. Like I've gone to that video so many times, so I was so excited when they did this one. But they were telling a story about how they pulled that out of nowhere because I guess Laura's car had been broken into, like right before
It's
they
Doug's.
went to
Doug's
record.
car.
Oh, it was Doug's car. Okay. And so they were talking about that, and then how they just kind of like dug deep and did this amazing take. And someone like quoting the lines of the song was like, "Bet they didn't see it coming."
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember if it was Sigma, but I was like,
It was not Sigma, but it was somebody. And
seems
yeah,
like
that was
something Sigma would
fantastic.
say. But yeah, it was whoever it was like my favorite moment.
Yeah, but they're all just wildly excellent. Their arranging skills are incredible. Everything.
The performances are astonishing.
Yeah.
So yeah, hype to the Disco Cactus album. Everyone go get a copy, stream it, do all the things. The baby, I had it on and she was like shaking her little booty to it.
Oh, baby booty shakes.
Yeah, it was really adorable. But then during Last Surprise, she like stopped and just stared at the screen and just started applauding for the whole song.
No.
It was like Laura's voice just stopped her dead in her tracks. I have to applaud.
Yeah, the track that really impressed me, there are a number of just, again, outrageously good ones, But I didn't have, like, extremely high expectations per se for the I Was Born for This track from Journey, just because the orchestration, I thought anyway, was, like, so fixed and iconic that they'd have a hard time doing something interesting with it.
Mm-hmm.
Sam knocked that out of the park. That was just so good. Oh man, look, a beer appeared next to me. How on earth did that happen? Oh man.
Thanks, Addie.
I better open it. Yes, thanks, Addie.
I think favorite arrangement for me might have been the Link's Awakening one, because it's so clever how it like wove in the different themes. And I just thought like that one just stylistically is such a departure. Like they really transformed all of the material. So I really liked that one. But I thought the Victory Storm, where they combined Song of Storms and the Final Fantasy VII Victory theme, that's really clever too. 'Cause that's like so integrated.
Yeah.
And it's so good. I've been listening to it.
The best reference, though, is a single reference. We'll talk about Final Fantasy VI eventually, but you've heard us talk about this piece a million times already.
We've
We
heard
don't
all
have new music, so we're just
There
gonna
is
talk
a
stuff.
there's a very brief balloon fight reference on the album.
Oh yeah, and that
Which was
totally
tremendous.
unplanned, right? I think it was one of those they were doing silly solos, and it was somebody that was guesting on the song, right?
Yep.
And they just like pulled out a balloon fight, like reference. They were doing silly solo. It's good. It's a good album.
The Sisyphean task of university employment, indeed. By the way,
Ooh, I
I've
got
got
you.
Celis equipped in a wild merit award way right now, specifically so we can run her in the Coliseum. We'll be doing that shortly. So Mog is actually secretly a useless character right now without the Holy Lance on.
Poor Mog.
But that's okay.
Kupo. Sad Kupo.
Wait, Pat, are you Arizona State?
Yeah, I don't think I knew that.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I was just talking to somebody at Arizona State. I'm good friends with the lead project manager engineer on their brand new multi-million-dollar building.
It's Shadow!
It is
You know what
Shadow.
you're talking about.
They have a giant multimedia film building that's going to open in fall of
Yeah.
22. That's absolutely incredible.
That's
Yeah,
right.
it
We
looks
have to
really
fight
cool.
the
It was a good
MF
attack.
King.
And I've gotten some behind-the-scenes looks at it.
That did some damage. 9,999. Hello.
Oh,
These
yeah,
genre
yeah.
names for these dances, though.
I know.
One of
it's
them's
the
just
problem.
harmony.
Water Harmony.
Water Harmony.
There was Water Rondo before.
But
I
there's like
remember.
already another rondo, so they had to think of something else. You can't think of any other genre. Okay, look, yeah, 'cause I don't remember. Yeah, rondo was one of them, like originally, or maybe not.
Yeah, it was a Water Rondo originally.
And now it's water harmony and something else is rondo. It's actually
Yep.
insane. No, like Certo or something.
Oh, I'm sorry, Andrew. Hopefully, I was gonna say hopefully you have pudding, but maybe with dental work you're not allowed pudding. I don't know the rules.
I feel like
Right.
pudding is prime dental, right? I don't know. Interview.
Right, unless they are like no sugar or anything. I don't know.
Oh, sugar-free
Sugar-free
Jello
There
then.
you go.
Sugar-free pudding is a thing of glory.
That's true.
So I will note,
Doesn't
we
make sense
found
to that.
Shadow, and we fly to Thamasa, and the reason for that is because the game expects you to find Realm there. And then doesn't code a separate cutscene per se for this sequence.
Oh.
That's an empty. This is my real beer. Okay.
Real beer. Do you have a fake beer?
I had an empty can on my desk.
Oh.
Ooh, I'm already getting empty on here. And it's like 8:05.
Just think, by the fall, you'll be on the same time zone as us.
Excuse me.
I know, and there will be no confusion.
Oh, we're getting a dream sequence.
We do have a
Look at
dream
him without his
sequence.
mask.
So now we learn another thing about Shadow here, his past, for the first time. And
that
I will
he
point
used to
out,
live here.
we see this
Cloak.
same scene from Realm's perspective, if you save Realm instead.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Pat is correct in the chat that when I say the game expects Realm, I mean they didn't bother for reasons of budget or time to have you fly him somewhere else.
Stay here with my daughter, he says. And you're like, oh,
Yeah.
wait, daughter? Hmm?
Daughter.
Maybe it's the only child character other than Kat.
Who has other related side quests of sorts?
Rest will help. He's such a good dog. What a good boy.
He's a very good doggy.
Yeah.
Where's the... Here it is, the ring. Okay.
That's important for Realm.
Yeah.
That's a clue too. Like if you don't figure stuff out, because the flavor text on it gives you some kind of like
Yeah, a ring blessed
A
by a
departed
departed
mother's
mother's love. And I... excuse me, I have 2 of them because you can pick that spot in the World of Balance and the World of Ruin.
that's nice. But your clue is that the only 2 characters you can equip it on are
Yeah.
set in Realm, right?
Ludo
I-
narrative.
I
I think
remember
there's a
it.
chance that Strago can equip it as well.
Okay. But yeah, that's a clue where you're like, wait a minute.
Right. But only
Why
the
did he
3
equip
of
the
them at
family
maximum
heirloom?
can use it.
Yeah, I love when that happens. So,
Interceptor is in excellent health.
I don't know that we're going to get around to doing the Ebit's Rock side quest on the stream, by the way, because of time. So this might be our last chance to hear the Thamaso weird town music. I will say, there's always one weird, magic-y town, and I strongly prefer
Mysidia.
Mysidia to this.
yes. Same.
I like this one. I think it's quirky. I
It's
like
alright.
the little organ offbeats. Ba-ba, ba-ba.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think they're cute. I mean, Mysidia is a great track in the Uematsu history here.
Alright, let's go to the Colosseum, because we have to fight 2 things here today.
It looks like the Opera House,
It does.
Oh,
which is fun because they share a track in common.
Sharing a track.
Right? Doesn't this use the
It does, yeah.
Yeah,
rag?
This is one of them.
Yep.
This is like the other place where the spinach rag
Oh,
shows up.
yeah.
Okay, strong chance we have to reload for a little bit, so bear with me.
Oh, it's not. It's Johnny C. Bad.
Oh yeah, it is
How
Johnny
does
C.
this
Bad.
spinach rag?
Because there's a point in which I don't remember. 12 bar blues is my best
I'm
friend.
having like
12 bar blues is my best friend. The best friend is the 12 bar blues. Here is the 12 bar blues. Everybody loves them 12 bar blues. 12 bar blues.
Julian. You probably missed when we did Johnny C. Bad.
We did a little bit of it. No.
We didn't hear all of it though.
We only
Remember, it
heard
cut
part
it
of
off
it,
in the
yeah.
cutscene, Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We didn't hear all of the arrangement. I mean,
right. We'll let it go for a minute.
Pretty steep.
it's like Johnny be good, but Johnny C. Bad. Get it? Funny
Yeah,
joke.
we've looped now. There's no reason for this track to be long,
There's
honestly.
no like secret B
No,
section.
it doesn't loop here. Are you kidding me? As a solo.
Yeah, this is
We
exactly.
haven't even hit the drum solo yet. This track is so much longer than you would expect given its use in the game.
There is a little bit of soloing going on now, actually, yeah.
Yeah,
But
this
it's
isn't
the
the
same
original.
as the original. Little song, please.
That right there was the loop point, though.
Except I couldn't improve on the original, so I respect it.
Alright, I'm gonna resave, and then go in and do this.
Classic walking bass line.
We have 2 Colosseum fights I'm gonna force us to endure. There's more I could do, but I'll do a lot more off-stream. 2 need to happen on the stream. Again, with apologies. One of them is the behemoth suit must be bet, and we must obtain a snow scarf for Mog. It's the best armor in the game. Hello 8-bit Aria.
Wait, so we were all just scoffing at how talented Annie Rosen is. What do you know what she's doing at the Met tonight?
Yes, I do. Hold on.
I'm curious what she's singing.
I don't know what part, so you'd have to look it up.
Well,
it's
fair.
Akhenaten.
Ooh.
And she was on the recording of that got the Grammy. So, I love
cool.
Akhenaten. Oh.
Seems like a Dana thing.
Yeah, it's definitely a Dana opera. I mean, I almost wrote my dissertation on Satyagraha, which is one of the other glass portrait
Hey,
operas.
very
but-
quickly, Lenny, we are going to pick up Locke right after Colosseum things, and then we will get to make the choice. And the choice will be, I think, the stone on stream. And the reason is I think there's a chance I can get both if I keep the stone.
Wait, this isn't right. We're gonna look at the schedule.
Outside.
Now, don't die, Celis. Okay.
This weekend. Oh, yeah, Thursday. Okay, because this weekend they're doing Lucia de Lammermoor, Hamlet, and
Okay.
one that they don't list. Let's see this, though.
What song is that from? Where they say "Girl can't help it, girl can't help it," and I can't stop singing it to this song. Lenny would know. Lenny, pressure.
Here's that no ticket.
Can't help it, girl can't.
Oh.
So this is Mog's ideal setup. Mog is now going to become our Colosseum warrior. The merit award can go away here on Celis. It's not really great on her anyway.
Oh no! Oh no!
All right. Notice that Mog has hit 255 defense now.
And that's
all-
the maximum, right?
All physical attacks will deal 1 damage at this point, which is optimal. And his magic defense is reasonably high as well. The snow scarf is just wild. The Minerva armor, which is widely considered to be the next best thing, has a defense number of 88,
Sorry. Keep going.
and the snow scarf 128. Here's the thing about the Genji shield for the Thunder shield. I don't need more physical defense. I do need Thunder Absorb. So, you're right, it has a little bit more magic defense, but if you want that, you can pass them the Aegis shield, which has even more. I'd rather have the Element. But yes, there's a little bit more you can do. Let's do one more fight here, and then we'll move on. All of these fights, by the way, are fixed. You just have to memorize the table of what will actually get you things, which is a huge whole thing. But if you bet this dagger, you get to fight Shadow.
So I don't see her listed as a named cast, so maybe she's in chorus?
I don't know.
Because I don't see a listing of the chorus members, which is criminal. Like, come on, guys. Oh wait, read program. Maybe that'll tell me.
And yeah, the snow muffler, snow scarf, does not do thunder.
Oh, no, never mind. It just wasn't listing where I was looking.
We're gonna come down on Shadow really hard here, and then he'll be ours.
Come down. Oh, you literally have.
She's Ankeson Paten, for anyone that knows the opera. That's
I
pretty.
don't really know
That's
it.
pretty
so.
big.
Nice. Oh man. I guess this is kind of negging.
It seems unfair to give Mog, like, super armor, the Dragoon boots, and the Holy Lance, and Shadow just punches you with no weapon at all. Because you found his knife in the cave, and to fight him here, you have wagered his own knife against him.
what a cool opera.
That's so rude and mean.
The Colosseum's rules, by the way,
And
are that you have the confused status but cannot hit yourself. Anything that you could do under the confused status, you can do here.
Fun.
gracious.
It does, yeah. It does make the most random spells appear. Come
All
with
right.
us. Maybe.
Shadow is now part of the party,
Alright, there is a new thing.
but we're not going to
Yeah,
bother
we'll
equipping
convert
Shadow
something
right
else.
now. We just don't need to.
Oh well. Gotta be.
The next flavor from Ben and Jerry's.
We're actually going to go get the one other character we're going to use in this playthrough.
Grasp, I actually use a lot. Good.
Alright, we need 2 parties here. So we'll have one party of only Mog, the best character in the game. And then a second party of... God, we really only need those 2, don't we? But we will put in Shadow and Edgar for the sake of, like, having other people to be hit as punching bags. Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
Did I hear
They're in
this
there
track
just-
yet?
You might not have.
Were you with us last week?
No.
Oh, we'll let Searching for Friends go once, because my god, the second half of that track.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had some feels last week.
Yeah, it's starting to get good.
You know what, it occurs to me that, we can just do this for now. And then Edgar's job will be to wear the ward bangle.
Thank you for catching up the Crassos.
Catching up the Crassos. It's like keeping up with the Kardashians, but really a lot poorer.
Alright, so Mog will have no fights here, which is great.
Did people make like really dumb like lawn puns at you all when you were like in elementary school?
No. And I think, well, one kid said grass hole, which I actually
That
laughed.
makes
I was like,
sense.
that's actually clever because she was otherwise kind of dumb person. That's like good grade. But there were so many like Italian names in our area. Yeah, exactly. Italian names in our area that it's
Oh, so they just
we were
know.
fighting with grass. Yeah. And I moved like so exotic. That from New Jersey.
Yeah, I got Dana walk the plank, so that's why I asked.
Yeah.
I mean, they weren't like making fun of me or being mean. It was just like a nickname that a few of them
Yeah.
used.
I didn't get a ton for Cook.
Which is surprising. Again.
I mean, it was always like cutesy stuff. Like I
Yeah.
got called Cookie Monster a lot.
Oh, that's cute.
And that's not an insult. Like that's fine. Call me
Yeah.
Cookie Monster. But did I ever tell you about my 9th grade yearbook? No, I did not.
No.
They
No.
misspelled my name in my high school yearbook, my 9th grade yearbook.
Of all people to have their name misspelled, like, I feel like your name is not hard.
No, it's not. But if you can think of a creative way to misspell Cook,
Oh my god, really?
Oh no.
No.
in my 9th grade yearbook, I was Karen Cock.
Oh no.
Someone had it out for you.
However, no, this is where it gets good. They actually also accidentally swapped the 2 pages of photos.
Oh my god. they
So
were-
I was actually an African American girl named Ivy Haley,
Mm.
That's awesome. And
and
that's
she
her
got to
full
be
name.
Karen Cock.
I'm
Oh,
so
poor
sorry for
thing.
her.
So that worked for me. I was like, I get to be
Yeah.
Ivy. That's cool. Ivy's cool. She knows how to breakdance. I like that.
Well, and the only like confusion growing up for me was that there was a girl a grade ahead of me that was Diana Blank with a B. So you can imagine we got like a lot of the names flipped. I would be Diana Plank or whatever.
All right, we're moving.
But for the most part, I never had any problems.
This
Sometimes
cave is supposed to be a
people would
very,
mispronounce
very
my name as
long
Dana.
maze, incidentally. But, if you just...
Aw.
Oh man.
If you just have Mog, it's not hard. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Scott.
Yeah, we're emoting here for Scott.
Emoting for Scott.
Pour one out.
I'll drink to that. DJ Stick. You've told that before, but every time.
Yep.
Funny.
Yeah, it doesn't quit being funny.
The first time we all met him, one of my friends actually made him pull out his driver's license because we did not believe him.
I'm glad the way that ended the way that it ended. Sorry.
That's great.
Anyway. Anal abuse. Thank you. I like to talk about Colonel Angus a lot. One of my favorite SNL skits.
Alright. I think I go here next, but let me check.
There.
Yes.
Alright.
Okay, we'll go across.
So, yeah, sometimes you gotta think about if you're naming babies, you gotta think about like, what could kids do with this?
And
Yep.
then just assume they'll do something you've never thought of.
Well, yeah, that's true. There is that. There are some students that have some unfortunate combinations.
Now, I've definitely known a lot of folks with odd names, or names where you have to just be like, why? Why would you do that?
You have some wonderful names in your family tree, Karen. I love
I
them.
do. I love doing my genealogy because we have a lot of like good old-fashioned, exceedingly unusual Appalachian names from
And
back
they
in the
are-
day.
They are
They are-
chef's kiss.
They
They're
are a
beautiful.
delight. They are a delight.
Alright, Mog is gonna fight the Red Dragon solo. This is why we got the snow scarf.
Yeah, I have an older brother, but he did like art classes. He was just kind of in like a different track in high school, so I really didn't have very many of the teachers that he had. So I never really had the your math sister or anything. Oh yeah. And you know, we haven't made a big thing of this, but when the world ends, the elemental dragons all get released. So that's like the nod that they have to the earlier games, in my opinion. Like the idea of having like, you know, there's a red dragon and a holy dragon, or well, pearl or whatever.
Right.
Dragon.
Whatever it is, yeah.
It is the
you know,
white
and-
dragon.
Yeah, white dragon. They're all colors, right? Black
Right.
dragon, blue dragon, and they're all elements. Which is nice because, you know, if you learn your Final Fantasy like elemental math, you know what to cast on them.
Yep.
And the correct answer is quadruple dragoon Mog jump holy on all of the dragons except for the white dragon, who I fought off stream.
Yeah, but if you don't have that, then, you know,
But,
does the white dragon have blue eyes? Good question. I don't know.
The white dragon is the only one you can refight, so we could check. Oh god, is this actually gonna kill him? Nah. I'm really mad about that. Alright.
Wait, did we hear the death sound? Except it was just me screaming, laughing. Oh man. Oh, you gotta die again.
I am not going to die again, but what I will do
You're
is,
like, I'm not going to.
We can choose a spot for Ryan to die again later.
Yes.
Yeah.
I forgot that it casts flare. We'll have to fight it with the other party. That's fine. I was just trying to be cutesy and have Mog do it. I was
That's what
only
you get
one
for being
swing
cutesy,
away from
Ryan.
winning that, which is A little sad for Mog here.
So I was very pleased. I mean, I'm very pleased to have all of you on my stream, but Ryan got to talk about the Final Fantasy VI chapter last week, which I wanted to do while we were still playing this game, because synergy!
Right.
Energy.
But the little detail I'm quite proud of is I had a little icon in the corner that said, "This isn't a map stream, Ryan."
Thank you for telling me, because I have had.
It just brought me so much joy to stick that in the... I'm not using OBS anymore, but the Streamlabs window.
Yeah.
As I was setting up the stream, I was like, hee, because I'd originally made it thinking I was going to create more emotes for our channel here. And then I had the one size, but you have to do like 3 different sizes to do an emote.
Yeah.
And I just hadn't done the other sizes yet, but I still had the icon, so I'm like, oh, I have to put that in there. And it sparked joy for me.
That ribbon, incidentally, is the only treasure chest in this cave. All of the others are empties.
Really?
Yep.
Dana, are you doing one tomorrow?
I am, and it is at 3:30 Eastern instead of 2.
Okay.
And it is Hyunjin Park. And we're doing the difficult, uncomfortable, imperative conversations to be had in game music studies.
I will pop in. 'Cause I
Wonderful.
can.
Piece from the canon colloquium from the first JSMIG that actually Karen and Julianne also have entries in that we will probably go through all of them at some point. But this is the second of the partnerships with the American Musicological Society Ludo study group. And, you know, when we talked to Jen to set it up, they asked for a later time to accommodate the schedule. So, which I'm happy to do. You know, the 2 is just kind of with the idea that it's not too late for the folks in the UK to hop on, but I don't really have a, you know, reason it can't be a different time if the authors need it at a different time. As long as I should tweet about that now so folks have it.
Yeah.
Okay, we do have to pick up Mog's dragon horn. I forgot. This is the other treasure you can get. Now let's fight this dragon properly here.
Actually, I'm not going to pull it from my Discord because that'll stop me watching this. I'm going to pull it from my notes. Yeah, and, you know, I'll probably do a tweet, but I now have all of June set. So that is now in the Discord and the schedule channel. So y'all can look ahead and see what we're going to read. And I'm very close to having July done, so I'm hoping I can post that very soon.
There we go. Get wrecked,
yeah, it's
dragon.
Gonna be really fun. We're reading a lot of favorites right off the bat. And the funny thing was, I sent this email to Elizabeth Medina Gray being like, I love your flower chapter, and I don't think we talk about it enough, and I really want to... It was the first thing... I saw it as a conference paper, and it was one of the first things in Ludo I ever saw. And it just had such an impact on me, and I was so excited when it came into print. So I was like, I really want to do this. And then she's like, that's sweet, but you're having me on already in the end of June. It was one of the AMS ones. I hadn't realized that they're doing her new Cambridge Companion chapter. And I was like, cool, let's do flower later. Can I have you on again? And she's like, yes. I hadn't like looked at my own schedule to be like, oh yeah, Elizabeth's already coming on happily. So yeah, but you know, got to hear me gush about how much I love that chapter on flowers. So I think we're gonna do that in like October or maybe September. So
nice.
We'll see.
All right, we've come all this way to get to this room here. And Locke will be the fourth character. Our big ultimate party is going to be Celis, Sabin, Mog, Locke.
Oh, and now we get reasons. Is that Magicite?
Yep.
Yes.
Legend has it the Phoenix turned itself to stone ages ago. But we'll see what we get here.
Do we get the cutscene now?
We do right now.
Buckle up, everyone.
I think this is the best sequence, like, plot impact-wise, on the Super Nintendo. I really like this.
No, thank you.
You don't want to?
Yeah, I do.
There we go. Great. Tweeted. Which is good, because sometimes I don't remember. I get like the PowerPoint done, and I'm like, cool, I have stuff done.
Mm-hmm.
The Pink Book and Will Cheng's then newest book. Yeah, it was exciting. Julianne, that's dark.
I'm going to let this piece play for a minute, because I don't think we've gotten a good chance to hear it in its entirety in the remastered edition. Double read is an excellent choice, though. Last week, Scott mentioned that Daryl's theme kind of had the Chrono Cross bass going on, and I hear it here as well. That the electric bass sample feels very close to the electric bass in Chrono Cross now.
Mitsuda. Yes, this part.
That's a nice addition at the end there.
It's a really nice extra
stream
8 or 12
chat,
measures.
You can remind me. I feel like we did my transcriptions of the Lock Forever Rachel pairing, but I've really lost track. So if you haven't seen it or don't remember us doing it, say so and we can take a second and do them. But I feel like we did. I know that last Friday with Ryan and I, we looked at the Lock and Forever Rachel themes. So we looked at the originals there as well. But yeah, if there's any that you're like, we never did this. Because I've lost track at this point of what we actually ended up showing. Sus 7 is the garlic salt of JRPG music.
Oh,
Okay.
This is one of those times. I hate admitting this. Dana's right, and she's been right for 5 years. God damn it. That I like the Woolsey translation a little bit better. This is literally more accurate. Dana's never not going to lean in and like be really excited that she's right. But the line from Rachel on the Super Nintendo says, instead of this more literal translation from the Japanese here, she says, "Today I set your heart free."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's better.
That is better. We'll see. We'll see.
My big problem with the Woolsey translation, I do like that Locke has no words to say. That's a really good point from Pat, except her name at the end.
Mm-hmm.
My one big problem with the Woolsey translation is that it doesn't cover the teen pregnancy and the suicide references as directly as they should be referenced here, because Nintendo forbid it.
Yeah.
I think censorship issues aside, I think the Woolsey translation is slightly better localized, and the Slattery translation is slightly better literally translated.
It's more accurate, yeah.
Yeah.
I would agree with that. I think that that's a fair assessment, because what I like about the Woolsey is, like, it has so much of a personality and a character, and that's why so much of it is so memorable.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Phoenix. Sort of remember the Phoenix showing up and being like, "Hello." Wait, by pregnancy, are you talking about the Dwayne and
Kataryn and
whatever?
Dwayne.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, Rachel isn't pregnant.
No, Rachel's not pregnant.
Okay.
I will say
do I
though,
forget this game?
if we end up giving Woolsey the edge with some limited exceptions on 6.
This is a nice line here.
Final Fantasy IV's translation by Tom Slattery is absolutely in every way an improvement over Final Fantasy IV Super Nintendo USA, which I will note was before Woolsey came aboard.
Mm-hmm. I like that he's, and now we get his theme.
Yeah.
Which is a really, like, if you didn't notice that those themes were linked, hello, they play right back to back.
Here we
Right.
go.
Oh, and it plays even as you walk out. It's like, hello, I'm back to myself.
I
And
really
it's nice,
like
'cause it's
Rachel
she's gotten closure.
knowing that Celis is here as a character at this point, that Locke has in many ways moved on, even though she has no real knowledge of it. But it makes the fact that Rachel's theme plays for her at the beginning of Act 3 better for me. Right? I really love, we talked about it last week, that Rachel's theme plays as she climbs down and finds the raft.
Yeah, I mean, what a powerful moment that theme is associated with, like, this really tragic thing where Locke has been carrying around, like, I wasn't able to protect this person that I loved.
Winked at her.
He does. That's we're gonna get a couple more Locke winking moments right now.
Manic Pixie Dead Girl. Manic Pixel Dead Girl is Rachel.
Nice. Nicely done. Manic Pixel Dead Girl.
We love a flourish. There we go.
All right.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Island One's entered the chat. Yeah, always up the octave.
Yeah.
That's how you know.
If you didn't know yet,
I like that Locke's theme gets this bonus tag at the end, by the way. It's really great.
Themes are fun.
Ba-ba-ba-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
We'll wait 1 second here. We'll move on. Oh my god, Dominic.
Wow. That's some Ludo narrative.
Some.
Consonants?
Assonance.
Narrative. Assonance.
Alright, hold on 1 second. We must assemble the group here now. Then we'll go get everybody else.
Aw.
But then we're going to listen to that airship theme once so Julian can hear it.
Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna sit quiet and excited
Right?
for Julianne to hear, like, the whole thing, because it's so good.
It is so good.
This is in the running, Julianne, for, like, best glow up. I know we're making a short list.
Really? Okay. In the beginning, it sounds pretty similar.
Can you turn it up just to, like, a hair, Ryan?
Yeah,
Thank you.
no problem.
Including versions.
Yeah, it's all like, cool, this sounds how you expect.
Lovely texture.
All right, yeah, we'll just wait here and then we'll go do our thing.
Ooh. And this is where it would normally loop. Ooh. What? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Do it. Get it.
There's your new loop point.
I'm happy to explore the world. Jesus, take
I love kind of the Picardy third style new cadence, because it really gives you that feeling of you can do this now.
How good is that, right, Julianne? Like,
That was really nice. That was really nicely done.
that's
And it's not too
really.
much, and it's not adding like really new stuff to be weird. Like it's just nicely done.
It just expands and gets like so epic
Yeah.
in a way that really makes it feel like a world map track. You're like, this is
Yeah.
firing me up to.
I'm gonna have to
explore,
put together
find
a
my
brief
friends.
list of which tracks really swing for the fence across all 6 titles.
Yeah. A nice list. A good tiered list is needed.
I am
That's-
putting
ooh.
together my proposal
should
for
do
Game
that.
Sound Con, and I think I want to talk about the remasters here.
Yes. Can I come?
Exciting. I need to share that more because I'm on the committee. I keep forgetting the Culper Papers went out. Yeah, I should.
It has
get
gone
on
out. They are due the 31st. I have been thinking about it, but I've not put pen to page yet.
Okay. Ew.
that. Y'all can come to LA.
Oh,
Yeah, it's an amazing conference. I have been for the last, I think, 5 years now when we've had it in person.
I am
And
pushing extremely hard for hybrid. Brian had said, yeah, it's a possibility. So I'm being extremely. This is necessary. We need to be a model, and we need to do this now. This is the time to set that precedent. So
Yeah. Ooh, wait, I
that
went
has
the wrong
been
way,
my soapbox.
if you need, or Brian needs help or consult stuff for streaming, let me know.
Yeah.
I've not tried to get in the way of that because I'm very much a hopeful presenter and not a leader in that space. In part because there are a lot of spaces in academia I have some real industry credentials relative to most people. Not at that conference, it turns out.
Yeah, I think if he has the support to make it happen, it's not that hard to have a device in each room that we can set up some kind of a live stream from. I don't think.
Yeah, you'd have to
Given how
run.
they-
If
they
you
do
hold
it.
it exactly the same way, you'd have to hold 5 simultaneous streams.
Yes.
Right? I would be almost more interested in recording them and putting them up on a vault like GDC style than I would be doing it live per se.
Oh, that's a good idea. I should broach that next meeting with him.
And because recording in many ways
That's
is a
way
lot
easier to
easier
do.
than being live. It requires less budget, requires less internet in the hotel, right?
Yeah. Also, quickly, note that this is that dreary, dirgy overworld organ track instead of the Narsha town theme.
Yep.
Narshi.
Yeah, this is the place you can go hear it
Archie.
again. Also, it's also
it was-
Julianne's background right now, but I absolutely adore that you can see the town
Town.
so well in the Pixel Remaster
Yeah.
edition. Lenny, I fought the Ice Dragon off stream. The dragon fights are really trivial, so I did many of them for the sake of getting equipment off the stream. The only living dragons right
Why
now...
are you making Celeste be the one who hops off his cliff? I'm sorry, that was Ludo narrative.
That was
ignorance.
insensitive, Ryan.
I'm
How
sorry.
dare you?
I had to
Oh.
interrupt you. Alright, go back to whatever.
Hello, Umaro's theme.
Oh,
We
yeah,
haven't heard
this
this
track.
yet.
Ready. Hello.
This is one that they could afford to just like really go to town on because it's not like that important.
It's already kind of a goofy one.
Yeah, it's kind of a goofy theme.
Dun, dun, dun.
They kind of did a lot with this.
Alright, this is new.
I'm gonna let this go for just a second because they did add a lot to this one. It does sound like a Charlie Chaplin film a little bit.
Modern Yeti.
That was a fun loot point for the symbol. Alright, here we go.
Yeah, because Umara was our beloved Snow Sasquatch character, because every game needs one of those. Also, tonberries, everyone. They look cute and cuddly, but they will cut you.
Unless you're Mog, who's immune to them.
Yeah, well, especially in the later games, like, they become a bigger deal. I remember fighting them a lot in Final Fantasy VIII and being like, these things are terrifying.
Yeah.
They come at you with a little knife.
Yeah, because they get closer to you and then they shank you. Like, what?
Yeah, they like totally.
It's like a
die.
horror movie, yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy with how over the top they decided to make this orchestration because it fits.
Yeah,
You got the
Pat, I
no
did get the
drop?
no drop. I forget what even is supposed to drop there.
A
It's
little
something
tonberry.
important, though. Something good. Oh, it's the second Minerva. You know what? That's fine, because you get a second one in Kefka's Tower anyway. I don't need that one.
Okay.
100% fine. Those behemoth suits are not that great.
Probably just an RNG that you didn't get the drop, right?
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah, and then
Yep.
you steal from the Yeti, and so he gets mad. Who can blame him? He's like, why are you stealing my stuff? And then you have to fight him.
Yep.
He's just Yeti.
This is gonna be fun.
If it didn't smell in Rachel's room, it definitely smells here. Yeah, I would say so.
It's cold here, though, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess that helps. I don't know though.
Yeah, but that's a lot of layers of fur that he probably never washes.
Mm-hmm. Got the hay.
So everybody really hates
He's so
on
cute.
Umaro, who is the Berserker class. You can't control him, he just acts on his own accord. But in the
Mog is like
Colosseum,
him, laying down the law.
he's very good in the Colosseum.
Yeah. Yeti!
I always said Umaro. That was my childhood pronunciation.
I did Umaro.
Yeah, I'm Umaro.
He can't handle the rancid flesh. Oh gosh. The world is his Colosseum. You were right. Yeah, Mog is just like, dude.
And his
Enjoy.
bathroom.
Yeah. Honestly. Yeah, how does he, like, hang with the other characters on the airship? There's not nearly enough character development of, like, him
Pat,
interacting with
I am
everybody
not
else.
going to warp because I purposely brought Locke, and we're going to open some doors instead.
You're gonna steal some... Wait, sorry, you're gonna treasure hunt some things? He's very sensitive.
And you might as well get all of Narsh done in one take. It's actually less of a walk from right there than it is to warp out and walk back in.
The Thompson family is a completely different pronunciation tradition than the Grasso one. Faxanadu, right, Karen?
Wait, is it this
Hope you
house
like
I
the
have to
battle
go to?
theme. Yeah, you gonna break the cursed shield off stream, Ryan?
I'm not doing it on stream, surely.
Celsius.
Yeah.
It's not this house, though. It's the other
It's
one.
like, Dominic, it's like Fazanadu, like Xanadu. The Olivia Newton-John classic.
Or the game that preceded it.
Well,
Right.
yeah.
Locke will wink every door you open, by the way. Here. If you
But
want to see the
Xanadu
winking
is
animation.
a wonderfully
again.
terrible disco musical, Karen. So
Oh, I am
of
well
course
aware
I'm
of
gonna
that.
go. I'm gonna go for that reference first before the actual correct answer.
Alright. I do have a great way to break the cursed shield. But, we will have to do it off stream, because it takes forever. 255 battles while wearing it. Luckily, I'm not doing anything at work tomorrow, except emailing Dana some stuff I owe her.
Ooh, hooray!
That and playing Final Fantasy VI, a whole bunch. Alright, so the big conversation here. You have a choice. Lenny seems to be particularly invested in which one I make here. You've got the stone here.
Power Stone. You are low level.
Uh,
You need the spell.
Pat Celis is level 40. That's plenty for this game.
Blade.
Yeah, okay.
Get the
So-
blade.
Here is the argument. You ready? In the Super Nintendo edition of the game, you have two potential sources to learn Ultima. The Paladin Shield, which is what you get when you uncurse the Cursed Shield, or this stone. The sword is absolutely the best sword in the game, and it's also the best shield in the game, because it gives more defense than a shield. Like, more defense than the Aegis and Genji shields.
But it only works on one person.
What you
Versus the
should
spell
do,
works
if
on
you
all the
care
enemies
about
at once.
numbers, in the Super Nintendo game, is take the time to uncurse the Paladin Shield, and then go get the Lightbringer Illumina sword. Yes. Now, what we're going to do here is leave it as the stone. And the reason for that is because on any edition of the game that is not the Super Nintendo, you can steal a Ragnarok sword from Kefka during the final fight. And it prompts you to save after you finish the game, and it'll save the sword that you stole to your file. So if you take
Yeah,
the
but then you have to, like,
sword,
New
if you
Game
take the
Plus it.
stone, you can get both. That's vital in the Game Boy Advance version, where there's actually more content after you finish the game. In any other edition, if you have either one of these, you're gonna effing kill the game. No,
Yeah, why can't
Scott,
you get
you
the
just
sword
reboot
and
yourself
the
to
stone?
you load your new save file post-game to the world map, and you go bet your Ragnarok sword. You can get infinite Ragnarok swords in the Game Boy Advance and iOS editions of the game. So we will take the stone this time, in the hopes that the Pixel Remaster will let me steal the sword and keep it.
Oh, I missed earlier the comment about renaming this track Oregon Trail. Because I didn't read it. I read it as Oregon, not organ, the instrument. I get it now. Nice one.
I do agree, though, for most players, you should take the stone just for Ultima. It's so good as a spell. If you don't know to uncurse the Cursed Shield, as long as you take that Esper and get this spell, you cannot lose. It's wildly excellent. At level 44, having trained up her magic so high, our Celis probably does not need it. But we will take it nonetheless.
Can you get the sword and the stone and Madame Mim? Because then I'm on board. And Archimedes.
Yeah, Pat is right.
Non-negotiable.
All of our scrub characters, we only have Celis, Sabin, and Mog are good. Locke and Setzer break the game with math in very unique ways with their ultimate weapons. So they're good without Ultima. Everybody else, hold on 1 second, stream. Yes, I gotta fly. Everybody else needs Ultima to be good, frankly, at this level.
And also punching things for some reason. Some anger issues in Julian's past. Haven't gotten to it in therapy yet. Please hold.
Get there.
Weirdly, Pat.
Magic House.
Yes, we're gonna go do Bowser's House now. The Cactar grind in Miranda, the Game Boy Advance edition of the game, has a workaround to prevent you from doing that too much.
Listen to this again?
Yes, we can. And I'll save my desert Cactar thing for a minute. The flute performance here, dang.
The harpsichord's perfect.
My lucky cow. Yes.
Clever asset reuse by just making these into paintings.
Yeah, for sure.
This is so good. We listened to it when we first came to Jujor because I thought that this played in his house
Right.
then. So I had it ready just in case, and then it didn't. It was just the regular town theme. So we did watch my transcription, but we didn't hear the version until now.
I do like this.
It's so good. Oh, and the other reason we did it when we did was because I wanted to play it with Zozo, because I had
Yes.
my whole thing about how I like to hear the stuff in Zozo as the harpsichord that's seen some things, as being like the dark flip of this town, you know, the class warfare element.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It not
right,
just
Lenny,
harpsichord,
right as you
it's
complained
cool.
about that, the Contra entered, actually.
Yeah.
We have looped at this point, though.
This was the hottest jam in Jane Austen's parlor. Yeah, this is very Bridgerton vibes. Slapped with a velvet glove. It challenged us to a duel. That's what makes it Bridgerton, though, is that it's electric based.
There you go.
All that Vitamin String Quartet, Ariana Grande. Thank you, next.
Oh, right.
I don't know.
Locke
I don't know who all
needs
has been watching
the Midgard
Bridgerton,
Zomer
but season 2 was fun.
Esper.
What was that originally?
Tarato.
Oh.
Wait, what
Oh,
is
yeah.
it now?
It's now Midgard Zomer.
Stormer.
This is
That-
my
that's
favorite
a-
dungeon of the game.
That Esper name change is just Woolsey made up something.
Good for him.
Well, because Toronto does like earth magic,
Right,
so
right.
it's like the Terra in there.
Yeah, I think that confused me as a kid. Like, is it related to her? Like,
Oh,
what's
yeah.
happening?
Midgard Zomer is it's a
Wow.
dragon, and Julianne is gonna meet that dragon sooner rather than later. So I'm not gonna say anything more for now.
Oh, of the other place.
You know, in that other game.
That other game.
All of these treasure chests are just money, so we're gonna skip them for the sake of time.
I like that Maria changes the direction she's facing, depending
That
on
is
where
a
you are in the
beautiful
room.
still what, like, whatever this thing, I don't remember it looking like that.
Yeah, it's creepy.
It is creepy.
Bye.
I didn't. Fun fact: I didn't finish Midsommar because I was too skeeved out by it. I had to stop. So Joe watched the rest
certainly
of
has
it.
stayed with me.
I
watched it.
couldn't do the whole thing. I was like, nope, I'm out. This is not my movie. Those of you that enjoy it, have fun. Owzer is a fascinating sprite.
It looks like
I don't
Jabba the
remember
Hutt, and it
Owzer
looks even
being
more
this
like
guy.
Jabba the
Yes.
Hutt in the Super Nintendo.
Yes, it's now much clearer to me that he's like sitting on a sofa.
Yeah, but
Oh yeah, I don't know
it
if
still is like,
body.
what if Jabba the Hutt showed up as a guest character in the Frog and Toad children's books?
That's
Yes.
perfect.
That's
That's the tweet.
He is Lenny. I think he's on more like a giant love sack style
Whoa.
beanbag.
Sack,
I know
baby,
that that's like a real
love
thing,
sack.
but... Ooh.
Ooh, she's
Ew.
like less censored than the SNES. Hello.
The English
Bada bing.
Super Nintendo game, she's very censored.
And
And
Starlight
here-
the Esper is very censored on Super Nintendo.
Right here,
Now
less
that's
so
what
in
it
both cases.
Now. You're the estimate.
Non-Super Nintendo versions,
versions.
non-Super Nintendo editions of this fight have nerfed the boss, actually. Starlet appears far less often, and the demon form appears more. And the boss is much stronger as the Naked Lady than it is as the demon.
Oh, poor Chatternook.
Which I always read as Cheddar Nook when I was a kid, like the cheese.
Chatternook. I love it. Like little space for your cheddar.
Yeah, it's
Everyone
where you
needs
eat
one.
the cheese. It's your little Cheddar Nook.
Little Chatternook.
Oh, we get her lovely theme again.
We do.
For a painting of Lakshmi. Still think they could have gone harder on that.
With bagpipes.
Yeah.
It's like they went too hard in the Arrange album. So maybe they were just backing away too hard.
They backed away a little too much. I wanted it to be a little bit quirky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like in the original,
Kid.
the point was kind of like that it didn't really match.
Yeah.
And they could mess with the levels so that it's not like
Yeah.
exceedingly louder than every. Obviously, in real life, you couldn't balance that, but that's the
Yeah.
beauty of a game like this. You could do that
You have
balance.
the power.
Right.
Cheddar Nooks. Yeah, it's like a little cave in your basement. You know, like how people
Yeah.
have like wine cellars.
Yeah,
it's
the
like
wine
that.
cellar and then the little
The little Cheddar Nook next to the wine cellar.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I'm spending Owzer's money for him and planning his renovations. This is where your Cheddar Nook is gonna go.
Okay, we're gonna do something for a minute and hope that I find it.
Are you trying to find the dragon?
I
Or,
am.
yeah.
Death Gaze, yeah.
Death Gaze.
How I think it worked on the Super Nintendo, though Pat probably knows better than I do, is that when you get into the airship, it's put into a random spot on the world map, and if you cross that spot, you fight it. I'm hoping...
You're just doing a nice broad cover here of the whole map.
Right.
Oh my god, I was so afraid of Death Gaze too. Like I think we both agree. I like almost couldn't play the game like with the airship because I just was so scared of encountering it.
Man, I just made myself sad. I was thinking about wine caves. There was actually this beautiful bar a little bit off campus at Case CIM called La Cave du Vin, and they had like a world-class wine list, and they would do like cheese plates, and it was like the classiest, wonderful establishment, and they closed in 2018 forever.
Oh.
So I just looked them up because I'm like, oh man, the Wine Cave. I haven't thought about them in forever.
Oh.
They are now closed. Rest in peace, La Cave.
Well, it
You
looks
were
like I'm not
amazing.
having very much luck.
Just sit on a random spot and then sit there for hours.
Oh,
Yeah,
will
make
the
sure you don't have
Moogle
Moogle
Charm
Charm.
prevent it?
Yeah, I think so.
I feel like it does.
Yeah, I guess there were things to
Oops.
listen to than searching for friends with this new.
I know, I'm
Amazing.
jamming.
Alright, well, let's try one more time. Here we go. Moogle Charm is
I
off
feel like
now.
right there.
I don't remember it being particularly hard to hit, as long as you don't have Moogle Charm equipped. Would have made for an interesting stream to sit there watching paint dry.
So, you can see my position on the world map. If I get all the way back around to the Tower of Fanatics, which is where we're going next, we will stop.
Yeah.
Molulu is one of the other Moogles that gets added to your party at the beginning of the game, Lenny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like when they had the Kupo names like Kupapa and
Yeah.
Kumama.
Kumama, Kupapa. Oh my god, Lulu.
Here we go. Such epics. I want just this part, like, separated out into its own track. I don't need the build-up. I've done the build-up my whole life. The original loop, so just give me this, and then if I, defend a dissertation ever again, I can play this before I go in. It'll pump me up. Did any of you play pump-up music for yourself to, like, go into your defense?
For my comps, I took a Mega Man action figure to set on the desk.
That's awesome.
Aww. I just wore a cape to my defense.
You did wear a cape, and it
I
was
did wear a
amazing.
cape.
Your cape looked so good.
Thank you.
So, here it is. We've had her on as a guest a number of times, but when Ashley Greathouse defends, she has to wear the wig. I have a strong opinion about this.
I agree. I think her advisor would be down. It's just whether the rest of her committee has...
Oh yeah, if she doesn't wear that wig, I'm gonna
You're gonna flip a
make
table.
sure she doesn't get her degree. So I'll be saying that. Wow. Aw, that's cute. I love the controller.
Oh, that is cute.
Yeah. I needed him to take one more turn. Well, we'll fly around some more and maybe we'll find him. In any case, let's go here.
I didn't transcribe this track because the original's kind of boring.
We have a very, very quick stop here.
But we do get fun chanting, so Karen can enjoy the chanting once we switch out parties here.
I like, come on, let's go knock the crazy right out of that guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, incidentally.
Wait, Julian, why did you say "how dare you" at your defense?
I think I had it was in a funny way, I promise. It was lighthearted. Oh, I think it was a professor was prefacing the question with, I'm gonna ask an easy question and then a hard question or something. No, I don't remember. It was something that was I don't remember, but it made, I don't know if Lenny remembers in Biggins. It wasn't, I'm gonna ask an easy question, then I'm gonna ask a hard question. I think it was sort of like, I want to ask an easy question, but something, 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 and then I said, how dare you? Something like that. I
She's
was
like,
why is
Ramps.
that? Can you just have this be normal?
So, fun note, if we had visited here beforehand, you can't, like, he's just like...
He's a cultist. Yeah, you can't
In
talk
it,
to him.
yeah.
in
Yeah,
any way.
I used to always try. I'd be like, please.
But she needs to be like, Ramps, snap out of it.
Yeah.
You idiot.
You geese
Hey,
bag.
She needs to be read as short. That's cute. That is a funny story.
Aww.
Hello,
that's very
Pete.
sweet. Doody-doody-doo. Pete, are you done grading yet?
I like that he calls them whippersnappers.
That's always
Oh, you're
good.
not actually going to do the tower? You were just getting Strego?
I'm not doing the tower with an untrained Realm and Strago, that's for sure.
Oh, okay.
Train.
You're going to have
I'm
to
gonna
do
pop
stuff
my good
first.
party back in here.
I see.
No.
And then
Yeah,
we're gonna
'cause
cheat
you
to
gotta
do the
hear
tower.
that.
We're gonna try and be sneaky.
But we have to hear the, oh, we didn't even get that.
Because I want to remind you, I don't have life 3.
Kupapo.
But we're gonna do the tower without life 3.
Yeah, what do you do when you don't have life 3?
I'll show you.
Cool. Sight.
There is a way to beat... No, we are not gonna... Technically, draining him of magic is possible. Absolutely, we will not be doing that. I'm sorry. That's
That would
not
take a while.
happening. That
Yeah, I'm
will
excited.
take way too long.
Palador.
Wait, where is it?
Ifrit or Ifrit, Rama. I'm trying to think of the ones that have not changed. Shiva.
Seraph, because Seraphim was in the original. Carbuncle.
Carbuncle. It's always Carbuncle.
He does
I didn't
not
see
do
the
a
full
full
list, but-
10,000 damage, that's correct. It has to do with his own magic power. And yes, Lenny knows what's up. I just hadn't gone and gotten it yet on this edition of the save file. We got
Oh,
a brief
why are we
stop
going
here.
back? This is a place of sadness.
It is, but there's a
At
magicite
least
here if you
in the
stop.
way you all play the game. When I go back, Sid is like, "Hey, how you doing?
What's up?
I'm rooting for you all."
Oh.
Yeah, I just thought
He's
I'd
so
already done it,
supportive.
Lenny.
He's so supportive.
Here it is.
Quetzali.
Actually, no, we're gonna put it on Mog.
Bismarck is the same. Fenrir is the same. Phantom, Unicorn, Rama.
Yeah. Ctobus.
Yeah, then he just hangs out. It's great. And I'm like, why didn't you hop on the raft and like go join a town? Why are you literally living by yourself? But you know, he does fine. Once you rescue him.
Alright, let's go do this quick. The other space we
Okay.
have to do before we are done for the night is the Ancient Castle, which we'll do right after this tower.
Oh yeah, that one's fun. But this is fun for Karens because of the chanting. And I'm excited to hear how they do it.
Yeah, I've not actually heard it yet, but we'll get there, I'm sure. Here we go. I did, at work, go get all the treasures in here, by the way.
Alright, so real voices, whatever.
Also, much higher voices in the mix than I remember.
Yeah, lower voices need to be. It's a more inclusive cult. It's not just men this time, or male projecting voices at least.
Ooh.
What?
That's different.
They're just trying to make it a little different.
Yeah, adding a little spice.
Over there.
The stabbing, like the psycho stabbing.
Yeah, hello. Bernard Herman has entered the chat.
Yeah, I really like this now. I know that it's a lot, but I kind of like it.
I agree.
Need to either stay in the chat. Ooh,
It just
Wow.
cuts and loops at that point. That's cool.
I like that.
I also like that it
That's
takes
cool.
about as long as it takes to run up the tower.
If you have Moogle Charm on, right? Isn't that what you did?
Moogle Charm and Sprint Shoes, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
I
there's
think
your
we're all
cultist,
set.
Karen.
Very cool.
Perfect
I dig it.
example of all of the things that you've said in other places in your scholarship.
Yeah, for sure.
This is definitely our evil chanting. Bad
Pretty
voice.
Yeah,
Bad
something like that.
This is demon cult.
Well, I think I might take opportunity of this moment now that I've heard the chant and peace out again for the night. I have to get up super early.
Good night.
all right, sounds good.
Good night, Kato.
Good night, Karen.
Folks.
Ooh, that was a ramp.
Okay, so here's what you do. Oh, actually, I
Here we
need
go.
to not put on the soul. Yeah, I can do it. That's fine. Okay. Magimaster has 50,000 hit points exactly.
This is a pretty big glow up.
Yeah, I like it.
I like that some of the tracks I didn't really care as much about. Now I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I appreciate them now a little bit better.
They're all just like wheezing because they're not in shape climbing up the tower.
I really love. In my mind, I feel like this is supposed to call back to the Phantom Train ghosts more than anything else, especially given that the boss uses the ghost sprite. And he will only come to fight you if you take the box, which is Final Fantasy V's X-Magic ability.
Ah, sorry for the yawn. Hello.
So, count with
didn't
me,
sleep great.
team.
Okay. Number of times
We have to
magic.
get to 50,000.
Meow, meow, meow,
Notice that
meow,
you can only use magic in the tower, by the way. That's the restriction
meow,
here.
meow, 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 meow.
That's 10,000.
Yes. Legend of Zelda? Wow.
Wow. PG-13 magic. Depends how old they are. Zero.
Phantom
Oh,
Hourglass.
that's right.
Rip Track.
And I forget, is it cast the spells that he uses or the spell that he doesn't use? I guess we'll find out here.
I don't know about bad gastrointestinal experiences from tequila, but I get really existential on tequila, so I avoid
really? Interesting.
it.
I think
Yeah.
I thought as particularly
It is
special
not my
or
party
bad.
drink. Not my party drink. And Joe
Got
thinks
it.
I'm full of it because he's like, different alcohol doesn't affect you differently. I'm like, it totally does.
Strain.
I'm sure it's
Alright,
context.
we're just gonna
as much
cast
as
fire
anything,
over and over
but-
again.
But he has some really nice ones that are more like sippers, so I don't have that problem if I'm, having like a little bit and sipping versus
That's
like having
two.
a big margarita.
Count with me. 20,000 now. Or just shy,
Alright.
crucially, of 20,000.
Come on, get it.
We'll guess ice next. Why not?
I actually got tacos after my defense for finishing my
Yeah.
dissertation. and then I drove 2 hours home. It was actually pretty like low-key. There wasn't like a party.
Pat, of
It was a
those, only
Tuesday.
Ultima will deal 10,000 damage, and I need to deal 10,000 damage for this method to work. You're right, though. You can hit him with those. But I only want to touch him with... I can do 10,000 damage at a go.
Mog is doing great. That's because he's all decked out, so
Decked out.
he's in good shape. Yeah, you power level 1 character. Get on my power level.
All
Oh
right,
yeah, I
we're
think
gonna
you've
fast
mentioned
forward
going,
here.
getting awesome steak and then sleeping for 14 hours. That's awesome.
That sounds
Yeah,
great.
I drove home and I was like, yay! But I had a whole thing, you may remember, where, again, speaking of existential, no one after my defense was like, yay, Dr. Plank or whatever, like, drank champagne. Like, so I thought
Yeah.
I wasn't allowed to call myself doctor until I graduated.
That
And I
full
had like a
graduation.
weird in-between for a few weeks where I was like, I
What?
feel like I am, but
Yeah, nobody at mine did either.
yeah, they didn't
In
like
fact, my advisor made a point to not until I fully graduated, so
yeah.
that kind of stinks. So now every time, actually, like, for real, every time I graduate somebody, like, I'm on someone's committee, I, like, scream, congrats, Dr. Whoever.
Yeah, I think that's nice.
Like, there's, like, there's, like, nothing really holding you back from graduating. So, like, I'm just gonna do it now, and, like, it's gonna be a moment, and I want you to feel good. Oh my god, the debt reform. Someone besides me, Money, is talking about the debt reform in this chat. Fuck. Get out of here. Get out of here. I'm gonna mod you out of here for talking about the debt reform.
All right.
Oof.
2, 2,
This is
2.
a tough fight.
If you're from Philly,
It is.
why would you go to the debt reform? I'm like so confused. I think I dead yet.
Not
Are
yet.
we there yet?
I gotta make sure Celis can't die, and then we can be done here.
Ugh, I always hated the sound effect for bio. You're like, oh, that's poisonous. Yep.
Okay. We're gonna have to start counting ourselves here, because we're at 2,
We were at 2.
and if he guesses and bounces a spell off of Celis and does damage to himself, we're gonna have to rethink our strategy here.
I thought you could scan him and find out what his thing was, but I guess you need somebody that knows scan. to do that.
Celis has it. I just don't think it works. Because I think
Yeah, I thought it told you whatever the current thing was.
I think he'll change it after you scan him. Let's find out
Oh.
though. Fire right now. See, yeah, he
Oh, you're
changes it
right.
after you
wow.
scan.
What a jerk. Yeah, I wish folks were a little bit more rah-rah. I mean, I got some nice feedback on the dissertation itself throughout the process, but
Okay, that's 58.
it
We're
was
gonna
just
have
kind
to
of like a weird.
scan him
weird
periodically.
Because again, it was like a Tuesday, and like my advisor was the only one that was free to like do dinner, and everybody else had to like go pick up their kids from sports and stuff. So it was just kind of like, cool, bye. And then again, I just like
Yeah.
drove home, and it was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. I think Friday night dinner that week, everybody was like, yeah, and then I was more excited.
Right. So that we don't have to keep track specifically, 24,800 is where we're at right now.
Guidos and tassels. Guidos of Arezzo. Little Guidonian hand action. That really sounds like a Guido.
beep, beep, beep.
Alright, still 24-8. Let's fast forward as much as we can here.
Trying. It's really frustrating.
This is the longest fight of my life.
Did the Super Nintendo
God.
tell you, like, if he's now weak against when he would do the barrier change? I feel like this wasn't quite as annoying.
No, I feel like he never told you.
Oh, maybe I just always had, like, my magic way further along and, like, had Ultima and stuff.
Yeah, you're normally fighting with Ultima.
Okay, maybe that's why this
Yeah,
doesn't feel like
like this guy. He was always annoying.
Hold on 1 second. Alright. We'll just refill her magic completely.
I had sort of a close to last minute committee member substitute. It's really weird how, like, when you're kind of ready to send, you know, if somebody's on sabbatical or something.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on.
And I had Neil Lerner on my committee, which was the greatest thing. I adore Neil so much, and he asked me if he could be on my committee. I didn't ask him, and it was
that's so nice.
it was the coolest moment. It was after
Yeah, that's awesome.
one of my Nactigum papers. He came up and asked, like, do you need someone to be on, like, an outside reader on your committee? And I was like,
Awesome.
yeah. Yeah, I like...
I will if I have it. Hold on.
But because of the way OSU works, normally it's 3 committee members, but your outside committee member, like, doesn't count. So you still need a... And I think that was the problem we had. We're like, oh, that's our 3rd person. And they're like, oh, no, actually. Like, you need a 3rd person. And then we were scrambling because people were on sabbatical.
Here's the catch, Pat. If I lock him to a I have it right here. But what if his vulnerability is wind or water right now, and I can't damage him? I can't afford to take the chance and lock him. Because I don't have a non-elemental spell. Scan causes him to change.
He's
So
so
you can't
mean.
scan until after you berserk him, which would potentially ruin it. Yep. So we just have to keep shooting until we roll fire 2 more times, and then we'll swing. It's not that bad. Problem is, it's a 1 in 8 chance.
I'm really proud of myself that I had a cutoff point today where I'm like, I can't cry anymore today. So my face wouldn't be puffy for stream. And it was also, I had physical therapy. I graduated, by the way. No more physical therapy. Yay, I'm strong.
Yay!
It's very exciting. Wow, Andrew, that's a lot of turnover. But yeah, because I was like, I don't want to cry off my makeup, you know? It's like a whole thing to put on my makeup again. If I just don't put it on, because I know I'm going to cry, that's one thing. But like, once it was on, I'm like, you're not going to lose it today.
No.
For those that are like, why is Dana upset? Molly left us yesterday, our cat. And it was, I'm like grateful for, like, if she had to leave, it was the way to leave, but...
Yeah.
Because, you know, she was, first of all, the greatest cat, and I loved her, and 6 years with her was nowhere near enough, but, yeah, we discovered breast cancer back in October. She had a lump removed, and they did a biopsy after they just removed it first, and then they're like, oh, it's cancer. If it's metastasized, maybe... it could be like a month, you know, it just depends like where it's at, or maybe we got it all, who knows, but they gave us realistically about 10 to 14 months, and they're like, that's kind of optimistic, and we got 7. They're really, she wasn't showing any signs of not feeling well, until the past couple weeks, we noticed two new tumors popped up, and one of them grew really quickly, and it was contracting like her back leg, and so she started limping.
Yeah.
And that in itself, like she was getting around fine and still jumping up on stuff, but like the past 2 days, it was like she really started dragging the foot, and then when we picked her up yesterday,
3.
she was in pain from it. So we're like, okay, like, and the doctor was like, there's basically palliative care, but at this point, it's like,
Yeah.
you can't let go because they're like, she can't walk, like,
Yeah.
anymore. So anyway, it was really hard, but also it was like kind of
4.
You know,
Okay,
it was
we're
as
getting
beautiful of a woman as it could be. We got to like sit and hold her, and she was like purring and really like content and not stressed out. You know how
She
cats
had a
usually
lovely send off.
they can get really stressed at the vet.
Now,
She was just
how
like so
close
like,
are we?
comfortable and safe.
Yeah.
So it was actually kind of beautiful in that way that we were both like there together. We just like told her all of her favorite
Correct,
memories
Dominic.
of her
I'm
as we
counting on
had her,
that.
and it was really cute. Yeah, so I really missed her
4,800.
so much. I'm wearing my ring of her, which I got made.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
won't go very well on the
Oh.
camera, but
Yeah.
I got an Etsy seller. They laser engrave whatever picture you want on a ring, so I got her
Really
face.
cool.
I
Yeah.
have a Molly ring, which I'm very happy I have now. And Joe is like already ready to get another cat. Not that
Oh,
like
man.
it's not like Molly was special and we love her. He's just
I need to
like,
lower it a
very-
tiny bit more.
Yeah. Well, you have the
like,
cat
up on a new cat.
infrastructure. Yeah.
But I'm definitely like really emotional about it, and it's fine. It's just enough for the family.
Well, yeah, it has barely been more than 24 hours, so,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, and I luckily had a little bit of time to prepare. I've had cries before.
Right.
This all actually went down. Like I sort of came to terms with like, oh, Josephine won't have memories of her, and like
Yeah.
that was all like back when the diagnosis was made. But anyway,
Yeah.
that's what's going on in my life. But like, hey, I didn't cry after about one.
Oh my gosh, okay,
Yeah.
we can do it now.
Sounds
Holy
good.
smokes. Don't be ice 2 in a row. Okay, thank God. Okay,
The juxtaposition of these two conversations.
I'm sorry.
Well, this
No,
feels pretty
it's
doomy.
fine.
So it's
It's
fitting.
like perfect. Yeah, but, yeah.
Yeah, this is intense. This fight. Yeah, we missed her.
Alright,
Oh,
so now
Ollie.
we've locked him.
She was such a floofy cat. Yeah, she did grace us on stream a lot because she used to like jump up and I'd hold her up, or she'd be on the back of my
How old was
chair.
she in the end?
Hmm?
How old was she?
I think Joe got her when she was about 1.5 years. And he had her for like 9 years, so she was like 10 something.
He will counter with Ultima in the Game Boy Advance version. You have to get around Ultima to win the fight. Yeah. We have a way to do it. But,
We do? Do you runic?
no. You can't runic
Oh.
because you can't use commands. You can't blitz, right?
Oh, right.
We only have to do about 2,000 damage, remember, at this point.
Come on, do it.
So I'll show you what we're gonna do.
It's Ollie.
We got it.
So yeah. Happy thoughts.
The Quetzalcoatl or
Hug all our
Quetzalcoatl Esper causes all 4 characters to jump. And they come
Oh,
down
nice.
one at a time.
That's such a good one. Yeah.
So as long as we kill him now, before the 4th character comes down, we win. Oh wow, that's
oh, well,
weak.
he sucks. Come on, now!
No, he's... What a waste. Okay.
Oh, why did it hurt
Oh,
so
no.
much?
No.
Awkward.
That is awkward. How did we do so terribly at this? Why did Mog do nothing? It's because Jump and the Valiant Knife Ultima Weapon don't work in this edition of the game, which I did not know. We need to... probably just reset at this point, honestly. Alright, hold on. Here's what we'll do. We will just reset the game.
What?
Because I'm in a state where I can't lose and I can't win.
Okay.
The only way to finish that fight without force quitting is to drain him of all 50,000 MP. And then, depending on the way they code it, he might still cast Ultima when he dies. And then at which point we will lose, and then we get to reset. It's just much faster to reset right here.
Just do it now. Overeducated female in Florida. Oh, God. Yeah.
Yeah, 6,000 of 50,000 is the problem. Okay. Alright, let's pick up Strago again, and then we'll be on our way. I'll come back with a non-elemental spell to make that solution
Are you
more
gonna
possible.
share with us, too, on the
Oh, I
Skype?
forgot that it went away. Yeah, I'll do that.
Thank you.
There you go. We're just going to click as fast as we can. Osmosing him away would have taken eternity. We weren't even, like,
Already spent a
halfway
good amount of time.
towards that goal. I know, we already lost 15 minutes to that. So, what we lost, for what it's worth, is that means we're probably not going to do the Ebit's Rock side quest with Setzer and Rome.
That's okay. That's not like
I
the
don't
best
even-
quest.
Best quest.
We might do Cyan's Dream, because I think the plot for that one is really cool. And the reward is better as well. But for now, for the rest of the stream, we need to go to the Ancient Castle, because we have to do that for me to have all the gear I want.
Yeah.
And because there's a dragon down there, like something material.
So Julianne, what was your drink tonight? Wine?
Yeah, just some sort of rosé of some sort.
I haven't bought anything like that yet.
I need some Snoop rosé, but
Yeah, now that it's
Maybe
now
they
that it's
sell
Snoop
before
Rosé
us.
time. Oh yeah, they have it in most places.
good.
Martha Stewart now has a 19 Crimes Chardonnay. If you're into Chardonnays,
Alright.
I haven't had it, so I can't speak to whether it's good. And honestly, I will say that Snoop Dogg has a red blend as well with 19 Crimes, and the red blend is just like, okay,
Wait,
it's fine.
Elizabeth Hamilton, what do you... Oh, it's... Yep.
But the rosé, I knew as soon as she said it. Guess what I'm drinking tonight? It has to be ranch water.
Yes, she's in the hood.
Literally ranch dressing stirred into seltzer, right? One of these days, somebody's gonna offer you that in person, but they'll be like, "Hey, want ranch water?" And then they'll just like open the craft, and you're like, "Oh," or the Hidden Valley. You're like, "Oh, that's not what I meant."
I moved back to the Midwest. Detroit.
That's true. They basically, you know how they have like chocolate fountains at weddings.
Oh my god.
I've seen a ranch fountain before.
No.
With like where they have like crudités, like
Yeah, like Egypt and
like
stuff.
celery and carrots.
Like
and
a
stuff,
ranch
like,
fondue? Like,
It's so funny.
Yeah, like one of those fountains.
ew. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, so if you manually take the castle back across the ocean, it gets stuck halfway. And you can pop
yeah,
back
that's
out in the cave here,
Yeah, that is a good way to apply it to a buffalo wing.
and we get our
hello,
reprise
return
of the,
Serpent Trench.
yes.
We haven't heard you in a while.
Yeah, because I like trollingly requested it from you.
Yeah, that was one of the only ones that I got a real request for.
That's Tom Berry because he's blue, not green.
This guy will murder you.
or she.
Yeah.
Well, they're all murdery.
They're
This
so
one in
murdery.
particular is serious business. Because it casts Traveler against you, which is just brutality.
Yeah, Ranch Fountain. It was a choice. that the couple made. I did get to play a super fancy wedding at the art museum last
Oh
week.
yeah, the one where they gave you an outfit.
Yeah, oh yeah. They supplied. Well, first they asked me for my
supplied.
dress size, and I was like,
Depends.
what? Yeah. So I had a long, kind of
Great.
like mermaid style, like navy blue silk dress, satiny
cool.
kind of dress, supplied for me. You know, so after sound check, we all changed. Yeah, it was a look. And it wasn't, the cellist was actually really nervous about the skirt being wide enough to play.
Oh yeah.
It was a stretchy dress, but it wasn't that stretchy.
So
So
it was
she
still
had
mermaidy, because those are
yeah,
usually restricted.
it was mermaidy, but it was just enough that like she was able to do it without too much.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's like a real thing. Like you better make sure that your cellist is set.
Use some spread.
Yeah.
Death Tarot. The hell?
The Death Tarot are the Death Darts from Setzer's ultimate weapon that casts Doom on strike. The Wing Edge is a boomerang for Locke that is like in conversation for best weapon power in the game, and certainly from the back row. The real good stuff, though, is down here. We'll save right here.
I
Just
wonder
in
why they
case.
changed it to tarot from darts. Because darts
tarot
is
has,
still like
like,
a
a
gamey
cult.
thing.
It's probably the same reason that they don't do like religion references. It's got like kind of an
Yep.
occult.
Oh, because it's probably more originally that, and so they were censoring it originally?
And
That's
that's
my
my
guess.
guess.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Is occult the wrong term? Is that insensitive? Is it?
Is it?
I don't know. Wiccan? I don't think it's like a Wiccan thing. Although a
Well,
lot of
it's
people
not
I know kind of
specifically.
dabble in both.
Instagram
Which is why
filter
I'm,
means.
which is why I'm suddenly like.
It's
second
true. The
guessing
Instagram
considering
filter
what I'm
means it's the
conflating.
past.
Yeah, that sort of yellowing,
Yep.
the yellowing pastness.
Yep. I really wish that this castle would have been the castle from the Void in Final Fantasy V, and they would have made like a small connection across the games there.
That's cool.
That only you would have gotten.
Right, right. In the same way that, for instance, in Final Fantasy II, in all of the modern translations, the Dragoon's little boy's son is named Cain, and he promises he'll make his dad proud someday as the Dragoon goes off to battle and dies. Because then, of course, Cain is an orphan raised by the king in Final Fantasy IV, so there is a small connection there.
Dad trolling. Oh my god. That the world was black and white. That's so mean. Zantetsuken!
Of course, this is the same father that doesn't want to do Santa Claus with her because he doesn't want to lie to his child. So,
Oh, but
the
nonetheless.
the thing about color photography is a joke. I think.
Okay. Samurai Sword.
It's a whole thing though, because people get like all like what about Christmas? He's like, no, it's not like we're just not gonna like lie and tell her like this man is breaking into our house and like giving us gifts, but only if she's good and he's watching it.
You're
Like
not.
he's like
you're not
the gifts
gonna be
can
Santa?
still be from like if you can still have Christmas, everybody. It's the whole thing, but there are
It's
people
just
that
not
get like
Santa.
really weird about how we're like not gonna give a natural childhood and that. Like, no.
I will say, one of the things you're going to have to navigate there is what you're going to do when the pressure from school comes.
Well, what do Jewish kids do?
Have to navigate the pressure from school, in all seriousness, if they go to public
Yeah.
I'll go to the
They
school I grew up
basically,
in.
like, as far as I know, you basically get told don't ruin it for the Christian kids, right?
school. Basically, yeah. It's difficult.
No, my thought is basically the way when my mom like did the whole Santa talk with me, it's kind of the way I'd like to present it to her sort of initially, which is just that like what Santa Claus actually is like the spirit of Christmas in the sense of like You know, that good feeling when you give somebody a present, you see them open it and they really like it? Like, that's Christmas. That's Santa Claus. Like,
spirit.
like it's not that there's this literal, like, being that's coming and giving you a present.
Do you
and
think
that way,
she'll
like,
understand it, though?
Well, I mean, we'll have
depends
to
on how
come
old
up
she
with, like,
is.
ways to scaffold it, I'm sure. But
Yeah.
but yeah, it doesn't have to be like, hey, there's this dude that's because actually I do know some kids that had to be told early because they were like terrified that a man was breaking into the house at night.
Yes, I mean the logistics of it all too were like really difficult for people who didn't have fireplaces like me.
Yeah.
I was like, how is this happening? Is he okay?
But an obese cookie klepto that breaks into millions of homes. Yeah, it's
like
just
the
like
bathroom, like that's what I assumed.
you know, or you can talk about like the St. Nicholas story, which is kind of interesting. Slovenia actually has 3 Santa Clauses.
Well, that's just fun.
There's a really good 99% Invisible episode about it for anybody that's really interested, because the Coca-Cola Santa is kind of how like the Western version of Santa made it to Slovenia. But the original is obviously Saint Nick, and then there was like a third one that was basically created under communism that was meant to be like a non-religious figure that was kind of supporting the working class. It's really interesting.
Wow.
Hey, quickly, we have a new section of this that we didn't get to hear because the Serpent Trench is too short.
Oh.
Yeah, like I'm just realizing this too. This is so wild. I've fallen in love with Odin. I don't remember this part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why she has the Queen's Tear.
Did I just not read?
you use on the
I probably
statue.
didn't read it.
In the Super Nintendo game, it'll tell you to go 5 steps from where the Queen sits to unlock this area, where we have the dragon fight, which we must do.
He always looks so cute as a sprite, and then you fight him, and you're like, oh man.
The cool thing about the 3 Santas of Slovenia episode of 99% Invisible is they actually like have divvied up December, and each one gets like their own piece of December.
Nice.
So they kind of all come in turn for the children, and like they have different traditions. Obviously, like anyone that knows like
Weird gamey thing
St.
about
Nicholas
this
Day,
fight,
leaving out the shoes, like that type of thing.
that Rippler move, the Blue Dragon cast, swaps all status effects between you and the dragon. Normally that's not a big deal,
Oh.
except that Interceptor counts as a status effect, so if it casted on Shadow, Interceptor dies permanently, and you'll never see him again. Because
Oh
he
my
dies with the
God!
dragon.
What? I did not know that. That is terrifyingly terrible.
Yeah, you're not supposed to bring
Wow.
Shadow to this fight. Alright.
I guess I never have. Because I'll let him die. Such a piece of crap.
But yeah, and
I let everybody die. Oh yeah, rated.
so yeah, for the also why is it Maria Celis? Like
Asset reuse again.
Oh yeah.
she looks
Oh,
like
yeah.
the queen. She just so happens to look like this
I
ancient
remember
queen.
this being like, is that a thing? Like, am I supposed to connect these 2 characters, like Maria? Like, I was very confused.
Yeah, like am I
remember that.
supposed to have a connection here, or
Yeah.
it's just asset reuse in that case? But
It's just like,
why didn't they just use like one of the random lady sprites? You know what I mean?
There is no queen sprite. Think about it. Edgar and Sabin are bachelors.
Yeah, but why don't they just use one of the
They could've
random
made
like
her a different
townswomen?
color.
I don't know.
Same
None of the
exact coloring.
townswomen are dressed up enough in a way that makes them look like a queen,
I see.
right? Only Celis wears anything.
Oh, Chad.
The imp has like a crown on. They should use the imp, but made her like purple. Wow.
No, I reject that, chat. Even as
We're
I'm
done.
trying to hold in a cough.
Good callback, Dana. This is a cool extra section. Do I love it?
Neat.
I don't know, but I'm
fine.
glad for it.
So
Extra
now we
Mission
have
is done.
all of the good optional stuff except for Cyan's Dream, which we will do.
That's a cool one.
We'll start stream with that as the last thing we do, and then we'll raid Kefka's
Okay.
Tower. Because I think we
And
have
then
all the
you're
characters
gonna
at
do
this
some stuff
point,
off stream then?
right? I'll do a lot of leveling off stream before next week. We'll just blaze through it. And remember, we have Mog anyway, so it's not like it would take a ton of time. We need to go back to Cole and Jen so we can have the airship, though.
I should have taken a picture of Bowser for that tweet. Just to really hammer it home. But yeah, I'm definitely not doing Elf on the Shelf. I hate Elf on the Shelf.
Yeah, Elf on the Shelf is terrible.
I friggin' hate it, and I don't care how much like all the other kids in school do an Elf on the Shelf. Like I hate it. I'm not buying that
so
ugly doll with that stupid book. I hate it. I hate it so much. So yeah, I don't.
See, for us, Santa still
like
visits
it.
the adults every year.
That's nice.
Right? Like when we go home to visit
we have
Addie's
that
parents
too.
for Christmas time, like Santa still brings whole sacks full, like 17 gifts a person. It's wild.
That's fun. Yeah, I don't
Santa's
mind having
the
like
best.
a gift labeled as from Santa. It's just like we aren't gonna like, you know how some people like they do like, oh, there's tracks like leading from the fireplace, and they make it look like Santa was there. Like, oh, the cookie has a bite out of it. And all,
Cookies has the bite out
just
of
We
the
it.
whole
put
thing.
we put out cookies and celery.
Celery for the reindeer, right?
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Reindeer. I was like, what the hell?
And
Sometimes
see,
it's carrots, sometimes it's celery.
Yeah.
I will say, I like all of those foods.
Yeah.
Conveniently.
Well, I guess Joe, growing up, his dad had them leave Santa beer. It was, oh, he gets sick of cookies and milk.
That's
What he really
so
needs is a
funny.
beer. And
That's
because that's what
so
his dad
funny.
wanted to drink on
I
Christmas
wonder-
night.
God.
Guys, aren't there 14 characters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
No.
9, 10, 11, 12,
What
13.
about is Tara?
Tara,
Oh, we have to go get Tara next time. Okay.
You know, our main person.
why don't you do it now? We've got a few minutes.
Yeah, I can go do it now. That doesn't take that long.
I remember there being empty spots, though, in the original.
There are in the original.
Leo fit.
But here, yeah, they did shorten it.
Yeah, okay, let's go
Whole
grab
General
Tara.
Leo fit in there.
I am also going to finish
I feel like we can
Death
only make
Gaze
tasteless
off
jokes
stream
in
for what
response
it's
to that
worth.
question. For how will General Leo fit in there?
Alright, yeah, I do have to go pick up Tara.
Yeah, I
Tara's
don't know.
Squall?
We still have a few years before we have to like really figure out Santa. But my whole thing is we're not gonna make like a big production of a lie out of it. And I'm happy to just kind of treat it as like it's a fun story, but like, you know, it's the spirit of Christmas, and you know, there's nothing wrong with like us showing you we love you with gifts. You know, I don't know, and we don't have to make like a whole thing out of it. But we'll see. We have time to figure out how we want to deploy that.
Clearly, the answer is no.
You could have almost made Kataryn the queen sprite instead.
Yeah, she's unique.
I pronounce it Kataryn, just to add in the pronunciation differences again. Kataryn.
Kataryn. Oh, Baba.
Oh my god, this part. Whole part.
Oh yeah, Pat, for sure.
Baba.
I mean, Squall was
That's
the best
safe.
looking guy here, so.
It is 3 pixels of a face. Hello, Zealousy. Good name. I'm glad that same as it was in Yasmina. I'm pretty sure. Unless it was Boom Baba with a P. What was the difference between Boom Baba and Boom Baba?
I don't know. I like it with the PH. Boom Baba.
Boom Baba. And you did.
Bang.
House info.
Look at this. She's just like
Bam.
Yep.
dead.
And here I go, and here I go. Bum rush, not
She
damn
is
rush.
morphing it up. Mighty Morphin Power Terra.
Wow. Wow, Andrew.
I think she has infinite morph for this fight, too.
Yeah, I think she does. And you're like, wait, that lasted like 2 seconds before. Well, she's stronger now.
Right.
Power of love is a
And
curious
amazing
thing.
hair.
How long the meter is actually based on how many magic points you earn in between using it.
Yep.
In between using it?
Yeah, the morph is not permanent, right?
Yeah, but... Just didn't understand the sentence, I don't think.
Terra's morph ability, like how long the bar lasts, is based on how many fights you get between uses of it.
So it lasts longer.
Yeah, it lasts longer if you earn more magic points.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, I'm okay with MIDI pastiche. I'm okay with all forms of pastiche. I'm okay with that.
I love that the kid realizes it.
Mm-hmm. Mama. Oh my gosh. She has like serious attitude eyebrows in this game.
And did they
Look at
add
that. Look at those
her
eyebrows.
extra sprite when she speaks here? Because she speaks in Esper form here for the only time. No, there's no sprite added. The Game Boy Advance actually adds the Esper Amano sprite.
The Amano sprite.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
She does have shampoo commercial hair.
Yeah, it's like anime hair. It just defies the laws of physics.
Yep.
You're like, how do you stay that active? Gel isn't that good. Aquanet, gel, mousse, all your hair products.
Aquanet sounds like...
If I have Final Fantasy
transition of
XIV players in the chat, she's got Big Bird hair going on. But don't spoil that for Julianne.
Was that just a big chocobo that you ride on?
I'll say
Big
no
Bird.
more for now.
Big Bird sounds like a
very
chocobo.
fat chocobo hatchling
Nope.
as a minion. I love
Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Madeline. That's good.
Oh yeah, there's a few newbies. But I'm not the only one.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Sure.
Madison's playing now too. Y'all gotta ping me when you do cool co-op content.
Yeah, because now I want to be like a friend. Because
Aw. I want to have friends.
I want to be a friend.
All right,
We'll
now
be
we have
your
all the
friend.
characters. We'll do Science Dream and Magimaster and Kefka's Tower next week. That'll be 2
All
hours.
right.
I will level
Woohoo!
a
right,
crap
y'all.
ton off the stream.
Join us tomorrow it's 3:30 tomorrow, not 2.
Yes, 3:30
Eastern.
tomorrow for Dana and Jin on her stream at twitch.tv/musicologists.
It's going to be really cool. This is a favorite article of a lot of people, and we're going to have a wonderful conversation, a great time. And this is a partnership with the AMS Ludomusicology Study Group. So
It's going to be awesome.
Stay
Next week
tuned.
here, we are closing Final Fantasy VI with Andy and Gillaversa, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah, so
Yay.
exciting. And to have both of them free, it's great. It's going to be a good night.
That'll be really fun. I have not seen them in far too long now, so it'll be fun to chat
slash
online
hype, I agree.
in a little bit.
Such hype.
All right, we'll see y'all next week.
Excited.
Bye,
Thank
team.
you. Bye.
Bye.